Okay, what we're going to do now is we're just going to go over some of our formations, and they're all numbered. And we do this for play calling reasons. So this is formation 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and we have a 7th and a wildcat formation that we'll go over in just a second. But these are our formations, and as you can see, all of our formations have the same, they use the same naming scheme for all of our personnel groupings. So all of our formations go X, A, B, Z, W, except for formation 6. Okay, formation 6 is the only time we deviate from our naming scheme. As you can see, we have the A in the backfield here, and then the Z is actually on the line of scrimmage. Okay, the Z is on the line of scrimmage away from the 3 receiver side. Now, one of the things we want to remember is that when we're on the field, we always want to have the dominant receiver side to the open side of the field. Okay? Anytime we want the 3 receiver or 2 receiver side to the closed side of the field, that call will come from me. I will tell you when we want to do that. But every other time, we always want the dominant receiver side, or the side with the most receivers, to the wide side of the field, because we want to make sure that we can spread the field as much as possible. Okay, so here, there's your dominant side. There's your dominant side right there. Okay, in formation 2, okay, we don't have a dominant side because the formation is split. Okay, so anytime we want to flip a play in 2, we can do so. All we got to do is just move it back over. That's fine. But again, here is the dominant side. Always make sure that these groupings, or the dominant receiver side, the side with the most receivers, is to the open side of the field. The side of the field with the most space. Okay? And we do that because we want them to spread out. If we take these 3 receivers and we put them to the short side of the field and we try to run routes like that, guys are going to be knocking into each other and bumping into each other, and we don't want that. And we can't really spread them out like that. Okay? So, formation 6, okay, is the exception to our rules. Okay, because generally speaking, okay, for inside zone, it's perfect. We can keep the 3 receiver side on either side, doesn't matter, closed or open, and that's fine. But if we want to go with an outside zone or a jet sweep or something like that, we don't want to run outside zone or jet sweep into the short side of the field. Okay, what we want to do is we want to line these guys up to the short side of the field and run our jet sweeps to the open side of the field so we have more room to run. Okay, so again, when we get on the field, we'll go over that so we can actually get the spacing down. But that's what we want out of our formations. We want to make sure that these formations have the open side with the most amount of receivers. Okay? So that is formations 1 through 6. And what we'll do is we'll go over formation 7 really quick. Okay, formation 7 So here we are, this is formation 7. Okay, what we're going with is a 7-man line here. So this is our big formation. Okay, generally speaking, in this formation, depending on who our running backs are at the time, we want this guy to be a power guy. Okay, we don't necessarily need a speedy guy here. Okay, we want somebody that's going to come down hard in between the tackles and get the dirty yards right there. All right, but if we have to go with the speed guy here, that's perfectly fine. It doesn't hurt anything. The X and the W, you are off the line of scrimmage. Okay? Now, when I say off, that doesn't mean that you have to line up way back here. Okay? That does not mean that. In the past, we've had receivers line up 4 or 5 yards off the ball. We do not need to do that. Okay? All you have to do is make sure that you are a yard or a half a yard or a half a step off the line of scrimmage. And that's all. That's all. We don't want guys in the backfield. We get illegal formation penalties like that. We don't want that. Okay? So here's what we have right here. We have the X. We have the W. Okay? Then we're going to go, generally speaking, we want to go the A right here, because the A is our halfback, is our faster guy. Okay? But even though he's our faster guy, he's got to be able to block a little bit in this formation. Okay? So what we'll do with this guy is we'll need to make sure that he can block well enough. Then we want to go with our B. Our B is our kind of a hybrid kind of guy. He's a little bit bigger than the A, and he can run pretty good as well. And the Z right there is the Z is our tight end personnel. But that's how we run this formation. Again, this is a split formation. So there is no dominant receiver side, because there is a receiver on each side of the formation along with 2 tight ends in the formation. Okay, and that's our formations.